Am I the only one that didn't know you could get all the excitement of a world-famous city without the crowds, chaos, or safety worries? Welcome to Informed Tourist. This is Curtis, your traveling guru. Now on with this video. Have you ever wondered if the world's most famous cities are really the best places to stay? Sure, they're iconic, packed with history and full of energy, but they're also crowded, expensive, and sometimes not as safe as you'd hope. The bright lights and big attractions draw millions. But what if there's a better way to experience the culture and excitement you crave? Or is there a secret, just across the river, or a few miles down the road, where you get the same culture, the same food, but with a lot less stress, and way more safety? Imagine waking up to the same skyline, but without the noise and chaos. Picture yourself enjoying authentic local cuisine, exploring charming neighborhoods and meeting friendly locals, all while feeling secure and relaxed. If you're curious about cities like Boston, LA, or Amsterdam, but want something safer, calmer, and maybe even more authentic, you're in the right place. We'll show you how to get the best of both worlds. The excitement of a world-class city, and the peace of a hidden retreat just next door. This video is for anyone who wants the thrill of discovery, without the chaos and risk that often comes with headline destinations. Whether you're a solo traveler, a family, or just someone who values peace of mind, we've got you covered with tips and insights you won't find in most guidebooks. Stick with me until the end for a travel secret that could change the way you plan every trip. You might just discover your new favorite destination, one that's safer, friendlier, and just as unforgettable as the big names. Let's start exploring the shadow cities hiding in plain sight, and unlock a whole new world of travel possibilities together. Have you ever tried to cross the street in downtown Boston on a Red Sox game night? The energy is electrifying, but the chaos is real. Boston's history and legendary universities draw millions, but the city can feel overwhelming, especially if you're looking for peace or safety after sunset. Enter Cambridge, Massachusetts, just across the Charles River with quieter brick sidewalks and a slower pace. Cambridge consistently ranks as one of the safest cities in the region. Here you can wander world-class museums, sample local eats, and never feel like you're fighting for sidewalk space. With the subway connecting both cities, you're never far from the action. For New England's intellectual heart and a peaceful night's sleep, Cambridge is your answer. Los Angeles is legendary for its movies, beaches, and traffic jams that can last longer than a Hollywood blockbuster. Sometimes, you want the sunshine and palm trees, but not the gridlock or big city worries. That's where Pasadena comes in, just northeast of downtown LA, with a walkable old town, world-class restaurants, and a real sense of neighborhood. Safety here is a noticeable upgrade from many parts of LA, and the streets are alive but never intimidating. You're just a quick train ride or drive from downtown LA, so you can see the stars and be back in your peaceful Pasadena hideaway before midnight. Pasadena is proof you can have California's dream weather, amazing food, and culture without the constant hustle. Washington, D.C. is a city of monuments, museums, and non-stop action, from the iconic marble columns of the Lincoln Memorial to the bustling corridors of the Smithsonian museums. There's always something happening in the nation's capital. The city pulses with energy, drawing visitors from around the world to its historic landmarks and vibrant neighborhoods. But sometimes the crowds and constant motion can feel overwhelming, especially if you're craving a slower pace or a break from the city's intensity. The National Mall is often packed with tourists, and the streets buzz with activity from morning until late at night. It's easy to feel swept up in the excitement, but it's just as easy to long for a place where you can unwind and breathe. Just across the Potomac River, you'll find Alexandria, Virginia, a city that feels like a deep breath after a day in the capital. Alexandria offers a refreshing contrast to DC's hustle, with its slower rhythm and welcoming atmosphere. Here, the pace of life is gentler, and the riverfront views invite you to pause and take it all in. Alexandria's Old Town is a cobblestone wonderland, lined with independent shops, waterfront restaurants, and beautifully preserved historic homes. Strolling down King Street, you'll discover charming boutiques, cozy cafes, and art galleries tucked into centuries-old buildings. The waterfront is perfect for a relaxing meal or a sunset walk, and the sense of history is everywhere you look. Safety is a big reason people choose Alexandria over DC. The streets are well lit, and there's a strong sense of community. Neighbors greet each other by name, and families feel comfortable letting their kids play outside. The city's commitment to safety and its friendly vibe make it a welcoming place for everyone, whether you're visiting for a weekend or planning to stay much longer. And when you want to experience the excitement of DC, it's just a quick ride away. You can hop on the metro or take a scenic water taxi across the Potomac, enjoying the best of both worlds. Easy access to the capital's attractions and a peaceful retreat waiting for you at the end of the day in Alexandria. So if you want the region's best without the rush, Alexandria is the hidden gem you've been looking for. It's a place where history, relaxation, and community come together, offering a unique escape just minutes from the heart of DC. Discover the chill side of the capital area and see why so many people fall in love with Alexandria's charm. Sometimes you want a true escape from Boston's energy. Salem might be famous for its witchy history, but outside of October, it transforms into a peaceful, seaside retreat. The city's museums and waterfront cafes are just as engaging as anything in Boston, but you rarely have to elbow your way through a crowd. Safety here is a standout. Locals walk their dogs at night, and visitors linger over dinner without worry. Even in the busy season, Salem feels more like a coastal village than a city competing for your attention. For New England's history and a breath of fresh ocean air, don't overlook Salem. Chicago dazzles with its skyline and deep dish pizza, but sometimes the noise and crowds make you long for a neighborhood that feels more like home. Oak Park, just west of downtown, is that neighborhood. Legendary architect Frank Lloyd Wright left his mark here, and tree-lined streets invite you to slow down. The crime rates are lower, and the sense of community is impossible to miss. You can hop on the train and be at Millennium Park in 20 minutes, but you'll sleep soundly in Oak Park's peaceful streets. There's a thriving food scene and a weekend farmers market that feels like a local secret. Oak Park is the perfect base for exploring Chicago's highlights, without the city's burdens. Amsterdam is iconic, canals, bikes, and a party scene that never sleeps. But for many travelers, the crowds and rising petty crime can make it feel overwhelming. Leiden, just a short train ride away, is Amsterdam's serene sibling. The canals are just as picturesque, and you'll see more locals than tourists gliding by on bikes. Leiden is a university town, filled with youthful energy, but without the chaotic nightlife. Safety is a huge plus. Leiden consistently ranks as one of the safest cities in the Netherlands. If Amsterdam's intensity feels like too much, Leiden offers everything you want, just with a little more breathing room. Rome is magical, but sometimes it can leave you completely exhausted. Lucca, tucked away in the heart of Tuscany, offers Italy's charm without the chaos. This walled city feels like a secret garden, with ancient gates, leafy promenades, and piazzas where locals gather for evening gelato. The food is pure Tuscany. Fresh pasta, olive oil, and family-run trattorias. Safety is a given. The city's size and community spirit make it one of Italy's most peaceful places to stay. If you want Italian romance without the tourist stampede, Lucca is your dream escape. San Francisco has legendary sights, but it's also grappling with heavy crowds, high prices, and a growing sense of unease. San Mateo, just south of the city, is a breath of fresh air. It's got all the Bay Area's diversity, fantastic food, farmers markets, and a lively downtown, but it feels personal and safe. You can easily jump on the Caltrain to San Francisco for a day of sightseeing, then return to San Mateo's calm streets each night. The crime rates are lower, and the community spirit is high. You can have the best of San Francisco without the stress. Miami is a city of wild nights and endless beaches, where the energy pulses through neon-lit streets and the party never seems to stop. From the iconic South Beach to the bustling nightlife, Miami is a magnet for those seeking excitement and adventure, but that constant buzz can quickly turn into exhaustion, especially if you're searching for a place that feels a little safer, a little slower, and a lot more relaxed. Sometimes, you need a break from the crowds and the chaos, a chance to unwind and reconnect with what really matters. Just a scenic drive up the coast, you'll find St. Augustine, a world away from Miami's fast pace, yet close enough for a spontaneous getaway. The journey itself is a treat, with ocean views and glimpses of Florida's natural beauty along the way. St. Augustine is America's oldest city, and it wears its history proudly. Here, every corner tells a story, and the past feels alive in the present. Wander cobblestone streets, lined with centuries-old buildings, explore the formidable Castillo de San Marcos fort, and marvel at the Spanish colonial architecture that gives the city its unique character. Each step is a journey back in time, where pirates once roamed and explorers landed on new shores. Safety is one of St. Augustine's strongest points. Families gather on the beach at sunset, sharing laughter and stories as the sky turns gold and pink. It's a place where kids can play freely, and parents can truly relax, knowing they're in a welcoming, close-knit community. Locals swap stories in the shade of ancient oak trees, their branches draped with Spanish moss. Parks and plazas invites you to slow down, breathe deep, and savor the simple joys of small-town life. And if you ever crave Miami's hotspots, you're never too far. Just a drive away from the glitz and glamour, but far enough to feel like you've discovered a hidden gem. St. Augustine offers a completely different side of Florida, one that's peaceful, historic, and full of authentic charm. Here, the pace is slower, the nights quieter, and the days filled with discovery. Whether you're surfing gentle waves, strolling through the historic district with a surfboard in hand, or simply soaking up the sun, St. Augustine is a place where you can truly unwind and be yourself. For those who want sun, surf, and real stories, stories that echo through old town squares and along sandy shores, St. Augustine is the Florida you've been searching for. It's a place where memories are made, and every sunset feels like a new beginning. Experience the best of Florida, minus the chaos. Discover a city where history, beauty, and relaxation come together. St. Augustine, Miami's relaxed, historic neighbor, waiting to welcome you. Denver's skyline rises fast, and the city's growth is undeniable, but the rapid change has brought crowds, traffic, and attention that didn't exist a decade ago. Just a short drive away, Boulder feels like stepping into a different world. Nestled at the base of the Rockies, Boulder's air tastes fresher, and the whole city seems to move at a gentler pace. Boulder is consistently ranked as one of the safest and healthiest cities in America. You're just close enough to Denver to catch a concert or a game, but far enough to end each day with mountain stars instead of city lights. If you want the Colorado dream, adventure, beauty, and calm, Boulder is your perfect home base. Here's the secret travel strategy. The smartest move isn't choosing a destination, it's choosing a base. Stay in the safer Shadow City, day trip the famous one. You get all the adventure, all the culture, and none of the headaches. You don't need the loudest city to have the best experience, just the right one next door. The world is full of underrated gems waiting to be explored. Thank you for watching Informed Tourist. Please hit like and subscribe. It's free and supports the channel. Have you ever stayed in a shadow city that turned out better than the famous destination? Let us know below.